All rise.
This is Deeper Than Money. Talk to me. I want viewers watching my show to believe in themselves.
Judge Hatchett is compelling.
If he is not going to honor you, he needs to be gone.
Compassionate.
I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't. And I want to figure out how we get this straight.
She's powerful.
If I were in this situation, I would have put you out too.
And she's on the bench.
I feel like I'm being judged here.
That's what I do.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Amber Simmons is suing Katrina Douglas in the amount of $1,668. Ms. Simmons says she established a new dress code at her gym and says Ms. Douglas took the rules personally and refused to pay for the rest of her membership.
All right, you are suing for some $1,668, which you're saying the defendant owes your facility, your gym facility.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's my understanding from the complaint that it's an all-female facility, and you're saying that the defendant did not honor the rest of the contract.
That's correct.
What was the contract?
So it is a 12-month contract, and it is $139 per month. And then after that year, you may have a monthly membership on your terms if you'd like.
All right. How many months are you saying that she owes you for this contract?
8 full months.
8 full months. And that's how you get to the $1,668. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
All right, so from your perspective, what happened? Did you join this gym?
Yeah, I joined this gym
All right.
for $139 a month. I was going to a different gym before and didn't really feel comfortable, so I decided to splurge and kind of treat myself to a place where it was more inclusive and I would be more safe.
Okay, so why was this gym different from your perspective?
This gym was different to me because it was all female, so I thought it would be more open-minded, and as a trans person, I would be accepted and not really gawked at like I was at a normal gym center.
And so, tell me about the experience.
So when I first came in to look at the gym, Amber gave me a private tour, showed me around all of the amenities, the sauna, the locker rooms, everything that I'd be able to use while I signed up for the gym, and everything seemed really great and amazing. So I immediately was like, sign me up. I want to be there. I feel good here. Like I feel welcomed.
All right.
And then apparently there just started to be issues with, I don't even know who else was at the gym, or people had issues with me there.
So tell me about that. You're saying that you were very impressed with the facility. You thought that would be much more comfortable for you to be in an all-female gym.
Right.
Because you're trans, and that then things changed. And that's what I want to get to. I want to understand from your perspective how things changed.
So for my first 3 months, I was kind of insecure and just starting to get back into the gym. And then after the 3 months, I started to feel really nice about myself and my body, and just like kind of got everything level with my mental health. And so I started wearing like 2 pieces instead of a big t-shirt and little shorts. I wore like bike shorts and a little like sports bra, which I see plenty of the other women wearing.
And you have some pictures, you have some evidence that you want to share
Yes,
with
I do
me.
have some photos.
Yes, let me see those, please.
Thank you.
And I feel like I look good and I feel really good, so.
All right, let's see these. All right, so Amber, what was going on?
Well, she's right. I don't really see anything wrong with what she's wearing either.
Right.
First off, I think she's a great person. She was a great client. We felt like we were really building rapport. It's just
But
that
it sounds like things were great. I mean, it sounds like you finally found a place that you not only felt comfortable, but that you also felt safe. And given your situation, you wanted to be in an environment where you could feel comfortable. And it sounds like this was the place. And it sounds like you're feeling good about yourself, that you're feeling more confident. That goes along with working out, which is what I need to get back in the gym and do more working out.
Come on
having
down.
a conversation.
Come on down
I need to
too.
come, right?
No.
Having this conversation earlier. Oh, no. Too much information. So what's going on?
Well, I just want to say first off, this is not personal. This is from a business standpoint. I'm a business owner. I feel so sorry that she had to go through any kind of negativity It came to my attention in August, about 4 months into her membership.
Okay.
Some of the other clients came to me and started complaining that they felt uncomfortable by her.
Why were they complaining? What were they saying?
They were able to see forms of her body. They felt as though they were uncomfortable being around someone who's
Who is a trans?
Yes, absolutely.
And that suggests to me that this is pre-surgery.
Yes.
All right, so that they were feeling uncomfortable because they could see outlines of body parts. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
that's probably
actually-
the best way to say this.
Yes, I actually got several emails about it, and at first I wrote them off as relatively ignorant because we should be allowed to be ourselves and be exactly who we want to be.
But you pulled me aside.
Absolutely, I wanted to let her know. I wanted to let her know what people were saying because I shut it down at first. I
Well,
said
let
that
me say
she,
this.
of course she's welcome.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
I felt like I was being singled out because I was the only person approached, and I noticed immediately as soon as I started kind of changing the way I dressed, the way people would throw eyes at me.
And later,
I purchased the gaming console for him because I wanted to reciprocate a gift that he had given me a few months prior to that.
Okay, and what kind of gift did he give you?
He bought me an iPhone.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Amber Simmons, who is suing Katrina Davis for breach of contract.
And let me say this, to your credit, Amber, you were very open and you just said, look, I'm gonna chalk this up to people just not being aware. I mean, we won't necessarily call them ignorant, we'll just say that they have not been aware and that they probably haven't been in this situation before.
Absolutely.
And so things continue to the point that you're getting more feedback from your other clients, and that's at this point that you all have this conversation. And tell me about the conversation.
It was a difficult conversation to have. I interrupted her workout to let her know that I was going to be implementing a policy of modesty. Just for the courtesy of everyone, I figured after the things that people had come to me with, I did not want her to feel alienated at all.
I felt like I was being singled out because I was the only person approached, and I noticed immediately as soon as I started kind of changing the way I dressed, the way people would throw eyes at me, or I could hear, you always know when people are talking about you, and I could feel that energy.
Yeah.
So I was just uncomfortable from the moment I started to feel comfortable.
All right, so what would you have had her do? I'm always interested in having that conversation when I can. What would you have had her do, Katrina, under these circumstances?
I would have had Amber just tell people if you don't like the way something looks, don't look. I'm not looking at anybody else while I'm at the gym. I'm there to do my routine, to be the best me that I can be. I'm not paying attention to other people or like being a voyeur in the locker room.
And so because of the change in policy, you then decided to leave the gym.
Right.
Did you and Amber have that conversation before you left?
Well, she sent out an email after we had the initial conversation.
All right. And what did the email say?
I have it here.
Thank you. I'd like to see that. Well, it seems, I'm going to read this, but it also seems reasonable to me that I don't see it as singling you out so much as I see her coming to you so that you're not blindsided. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. There's a difference. I see it as a courtesy to you because so many people in the gym were complaining. I mean, let's just call it what it is. And so I see it as her coming to you, not singling you out, as I said, but rather to have a conversation with you in a way that she wants to implement a policy that could make everybody comfortable. So let me see this email. And I like the language, frankly, Amber, where you said that this was created for all women, to have a safe place to work out. I don't think for a minute that Amber would do anything to try to discriminate against you. And what she said in this courtroom suggests to me that she wants to be inclusive and that she wants everybody to feel comfortable. And so the change in clothing policy does not strike me as being something that's unreasonable.
You're right.
And so why not? Because really what could have happened is that her other clients, you are one of many clients, could have said, I don't want to change. I don't want to change my clothing. I just don't, And then she has this mass exodus of people from her gymnasium, which is not what we want, right?
That almost happened, Your Honor.
Right, and we want women to be successful business people, yes? Yes,
Absolutely.
And I applaud the fact that you stepped out here and said, I see this niche, I see this need, and so I'm gonna create this gym for women only. Katrina, technically you have a contract. You sign that contract, it's a binding contract. There's no question, but it's a binding contract. I'm gonna enter a provisional ruling, which I rarely do, for $1,668 in favor of the plaintiff based just on the terms of the contract. But I'm entering a provisional ruling because I'm going to ask you all to go out and see if this can be worked out in a way. And you may come back and say, Judge, I'm not comfortable. I don't want to do this. And that is your right. And I will respect that. But whether you like it or not, you're a trailblazer.
Thank you.
Not fair. All right, so a provisional ruling in favor of the plaintiff for the $1,668, which is the balance of the months left on the contract, because we contractually owe her. But let's see if we can't come to some understanding, all right? That is the ruling of the court, and we will stand adjourned.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,668.
I'm really glad I won. I am so sorry that you felt uncomfortable at all. I really hope that we can talk this out. I would love it if you stayed at the gym.
I'm absolutely not staying at the gym. Thank you for apologizing, but the damage has been done.
Coming up.
So were you paying the bill on the phone too?
I am paying the bill, yes.
Oh, wow. That was pretty generous. So not only does he get you a phone, he's also paying for the phone.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Sarah Hope is suing Daniel McKinley in the amount of $800. Ms. Hope claims she picked up an expensive gaming console for her boyfriend. But after she broke up with him, he kept it and refused to pay her back.
All right, Sarah, you're suing Daniel for $800?
That's correct.
And this was, I understand from the complaint, that you gave him a gaming console.
Yes.
Like it's one of these electronic game things that you play.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
And why did you do that?
I purchased the gaming console for him because I wanted to reciprocate a gift that he had given me a few months prior to that.
Okay, and what kind of gift did he give you?
He bought me an iPhone.
He bought you an iPhone?
Yes.
All right, so why did you get her an iPhone?
I got her a phone because she needed it at the time. She didn't have a phone. I was being a generous boyfriend and supportive, and I thought she needed it, so I just wanted to get it for her.
Then you, shortly thereafter, give him a gift.
Yes.
Of this gaming console.
Yes, yes.
Because you wanted to be nice.
Yeah, I felt like he was very generous in getting me that phone, so I wanted to reciprocate.
So were you paying the bill on the phone too?
I am paying the bill, yes.
Oh, wow. That was pretty generous. So not only does he get you a phone, he's also paying for the phone.
He is.
And the phone is in your name, I'm assuming.
In my name, yes.
All right. So then what happened?
Then the relationship started to go downhill a bit.
How so?
I had felt like he wasn't really helping me out around the house. I was doing a lot of the cooking, cleaning, laundry. I had expressed that I needed help with these things, and he said that he would do it, but over time I wasn't seeing much of a difference. And then things started to snowball. I started going out a bit more. finding some more independence, and it wasn't suitable.
Coming up,
During Christmas, we had a family dinner. She was bickering back and forth with my mom. She doesn't have a great relationship with my mother.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Sarah Hope, who is suing Daniel McKinley for the cost of a gaming console.
All right, Daniel, so what was happening from your perspective?
During Christmas, we had a family dinner. She was bickering back and forth with my mom. She doesn't have a great relationship with my mother. So we're having a nice family dinner. She already didn't really like my mom at the time, and my mom knew about her going out every weekend, every chance she got at night. And me and my mom were on the same page about that, and she didn't like that, so it caused a big commotion at dinner when everyone was drinking. And
So how did it start a commotion? What happened at dinner?
He had brought up the topic of me going out a little bit more, and his mom kind of pounced on me.
What ultimately happened that you all decided to go your separate ways? Who wants to tell me?
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
The fight with his mother was the straw that broke the camel's back. He continued to take her side, wasn't seeing my side in any way. I felt like we had completely lost communication in the relationship, and I wanted to take a step back and move out and find my own place. I felt like taking a step back would ultimately strengthen us in the long run,
And it did.
and it did not.
So she decides that she's going to move out.
willingly. She decided to move out, which, you know, at the time, she was falling back behind her bills. We were splitting rent, which was $750. She went off to find a new apartment, which was $1,200. Then she fell in this uncomfortable debt where I had to step in and, you know, paying her phone bill on top of that, then pay off the PS5.
The only thing that he helped me pay for apart from the phone bill was he put $100 down, or helped me pay off $100 of the gaming console for January and February, totaling in $200.
And now, what happened to the phone?
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
In March, she broke up with me, so I decided that I was going to take back the phone.
He has the phone. He has the console. Do you want the console back?
I don't want the console back. I want the $800 that I'm owed for purchasing the console for him, because I had to give the phone back to him. I think that it would only be fair that he would give the money that I spent on the console back to me.
You know how we're going to fix this? You're going to give her the console back. She doesn't want it back, but that's the only equitable thing to do. You have the phone, you're still paying the bill, so you really are incurring a lot more money. Hopefully you can sell it. I'm ordering this not to be a monetary judgment, but you need to return the console within 10 days. There's nothing further, we're going to stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to return the gaming console.
Don't expect any text messages from me until I pay off the gaming console, because my phone's not working.
Do you want me to return anything else?
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.